don't try to explain it. Don't try to rationalize it. But stay with what actually is, that you are struggling. That there is battle going on inside yourself. To be different and to become different and so on. Just watch that. And in that watching, in that awareness, you will find that by the very act of that attention, the struggle comes to an end. Silence has many qualities. There is the silence between two noises, the silence between two notes, and the widening silence in the interval between two thoughts. There is that peculiar, quiet, pervading silence that comes of an evening in the country. There is a silence in a house when everybody has gone to sleep, and its peculiar emphasis when you wake up in the middle of the night and listen to an owl hooting in the valley. And there is that silence before the owl's mate answers. There is the silence of an old deserted house and the silence of a mountain. The silence between two human beings when they have seen the same thing, felt the same thing and acted. The meditative mind contains all these varieties, changes and movements of silence. This silence of the mind is the true religious mind, and the silence of the gods is the silence of the earth. And strangely that morning, it had come through the window like some perfume. And with it came a sense, a feeling of the absolute. As you looked out of the window, the distance between all things disappeared, and your eyes opened with the dawn and saw everything anew. Love, like most human issues, is a very complex problem. I think we should approach it simply and look rather deeply into this question. Love isn't pleasure, nor desire, nor is it a romantic, fanciful affair. And we have made it either idealistic or a sexual affair. And I think when you go into it rather deeply, you'll find that when pleasure is identified with love, it becomes very personal. And therefore, it causes a great deal of harm. It brings about hurt, jealousy, anxiety, and pain. And in the pursuit of pleasure, there is always fear. And where there is fear naturally, there cannot be love. And you are really destroying the world by your pursuit of pleasure, by your constant demand for the fulfillment of your own particular desires. And so you are limiting the extraordinary width and depth of love. And when you see this, it naturally comes about. That is, when you're not pursuing pleasure sexually or ideologically, or make it into something romantic as divine and human, then that quality, which one may call love, comes into being. I feel that's the only solution for this miserable, confused, conflicting world. That's one of the most extraordinary things in the world. Man has never been able to resolve this question of death. He has never learnt about it. He has run away from it, or worshipped it from a distance, or frightened about it. We have never gone into it. We never said, let's find out. Let's learn what it means to live and what it means to die. We know what it means to live. A routine, as it is now, a great deal of suffering, a great deal of pain, and great boredom of life, which demands the search for entertainment, nightclubs, drink, drugs, and every form of amusement exploited. We never learn what it is to live without conflict, without struggle, without pain. And one must learn it. And it's part of our existence. As we must also learn what it means to die. Because we are so frightened of death. Nobody talks about it. Nobody says, do you find out what it means to live a life in which death and life are not separate? They go together, like love and life go together, like love and death go together. They're all together. They can never be divorced, put aside, broken away from each other, as we have done. So to learn about death, not believe in something after death, as the whole of Asia does, or believe in some resurrective processes and so on, but actually, without any fear, without seeking comfort, learn what it means to live and what it means to die. And then you'll find that life isn't merely a mechanical process in relationship, but life is something immeasurable. Philosophy means the love of truth, not according to some theory or speculative concepts or imagination, but to lead in daily life a truthful life. The truth is not according to some system, some guru, some pattern that we have traditionally has been established, but in the understanding of oneself, not according to some psychologist or analyst, but understanding yourself in daily life, to see what you are exactly, without any distortion, without any despair or regret, just to see in your daily relationship what you are. What you are is the truth. Now, that truth is denied when you follow somebody, follow a guru, follow a priest, follow a traditional concept of heaven or hell or savior and all the rest of it. Those are all the products of one's own thoughts. Therefore, one has to be free from this spiritual authority, if one can use that word, spiritual. Authority destroys not only truth, but your understanding of truth. So, don't follow anybody with regard to your understanding what truth is. Don't follow what the speaker is saying either. But what the speaker is saying is merely to observe yourself, to understand yourself as you are. Therefore, what is to be understood and gone beyond. And that is the whole problem of existence. That is, to understand our relationship with each other, our intimate, our distant. And in the understanding of that relationship comes the reality of one's own existence.